Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there's an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is local transport. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we need to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and sing our special sanitizing song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be doing geometry, sight words, and the sound B. Now, boys and girls, let's continue our lesson by starting with page 6. On page 6, we are going to be doing geometry using 2D shapes. You can see that we have a very funny man that has been made out of the shapes. Before we answer any questions, let's take a look at the flashcards in my hands to help us. Now the first shape that you can see is a triangle. You can see that it has 3 pointed sides. 1, 2, 3. And no matter which side I turn it, it will still be a triangle because of its 1, 2, 3 sides. So if you see a triangle like this, don't worry, it is still a triangle. Just make sure that when you are looking for it, you look for the 3 corners. The next one that I have in my hand is a circle. Now, a circle is very easy, boys and girls, because no matter which way you turn it, it will still be a circle. So, you are going to look for a circle that is nice and round. The next one that I have is a square. Now, a square is very special because all of its sides are equal. And not only that, but it also has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So no matter which way you turn your square, it will remain a square. Then the last one that I have for you is a rectangle. Now a rectangle is similar to a square because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, but it also has 2 equal sides. So these 2 are equal and then these 2 are equal. So no matter which way you turn it, it's still a rectangle. It can be a nice fat rectangle standing up or a small skinny rectangle as well. Now, If you're looking for a rectangle, be very careful. They try to trick you in this one. So make sure that if you're looking for a rectangle, you look for the equal signs. So now that we are done looking at our shapes, let's see if we can answer some of the questions in our exercise. Let's take a look. In our exercise, we are having a man that is made out of shapes. So we need to answer the questions. The first one says, my arms are... So you look at his arms and you tell us what shape are his arms. Then it says, my hat has... So you need to count how many circles the hat has, how many rectangles the hat has, how many squares the hat has, and how many triangles the hat has. Then you take a look at his face. It says, my face has... Again, you are going to count how many of the different shapes it has in the face. The last one says, my legs are... And you tell us what his legs are made up of. So boys and girls, be very careful with our dear friend here and make sure you count the correct ones. Now let's go to the bottom of our exercise. This time we have changed and we are now saying circle the even numbers and cross out all the odd numbers. Now remember boys and girls, we have done odd and even numbers before, but we're going to remind you. So let's take a look at the board. On the board, I also have odd numbers and even numbers. And before we begin, I need to remind you what an odd number is and what an even number is as well. When we have our even numbers, we are talking about numbers that start with, not start, but end with a 0 or a 2 or a 4 or a 6 and lastly an 8. So if a 2-digit number has one of these, you know that it is an even number. Now, if you see these numbers, you know that they are odd numbers. If you see a 1 or a 3 or a 5 or a 7 and a 9. If you see any of these numbers at the end, that means that it is an odd number. Our exercise today is asking us to circle all the even numbers and to cross out all the odd numbers. We are going to do a few together. Let's start at the top. Number 9 is the first one. Is 9 an odd number or an even number? If you said that 9 is an odd number, well done, because remember, odd numbers have 9. So we are going to cross out our odd number. The next number we're looking at is 18. So we need to find the last digit, which is 8, and then check on our number line. We can see that 8 is circled, and we said that we are going to circle all the even numbers. So 18 is an even number, and we will circle it. The next number that we have is a 3. So we need to find out. We are taking a look at our number line and we can see that 3 is crossed out. So we are also going to do the same. We're going to cross out the number 3 because it is an odd number. The next number we have, boys and girls, is a 12. And we need to look at the second digit, number 2. We take a look at our number line and we look at 2. 2 is circled, which means that it is an even number. So we are also going to circle our even number. Then the last one is a 13. Now 13 has a 3 at the end. So we need to take a look at 3, and then we see that 3 has been crossed out. So that means it is an odd number. So we take our color and cross it out. This is how I'd like you to do your exercise. Take your time, boys and girls. Make your own number line and remember what odd numbers look like and what even numbers look like. I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now let's continue our lesson on page 7. On page 7, we are going to be doing sight words. Remember, these are words that we know, but we're going to be using them carefully in a different way. Our sight words are fall, up, look. So you are going to first write the sight word next to it, and then after that you're going to write a short sentence using the sight words. When you're done with your sentence, which by the way you must end with a full stop, you're going to take a look at the word search to look for your sight words. And that's the part we're going to do together. So let's take a look. For our sight words, we're going to look for the word fall. Fall. Now, if we're looking for the word fall, we need to start by looking for the f. So we're going to look for a f. And then after that, we're going to look for an o and a r. So we have found our f is the only one on this side. Now we need to look for an o. There's an o here, but there's no r going down. So we cannot use that one. There's an o here, but there's no r going down. There's an o here, and then there's a r. So we have found our word for. Now we just need to circle it. And remember to take your time when circling. Don't rush. And you go back to where you started. Also, make sure you cross out the word for so that you don't try and use it again. The rest of them, I want you to try and look for them by yourselves. Remember, you always start with the first letter and look for that one, and when you find it, look for the rest of the letters. Now, when you're done with that page, boys and girls, I'd like you to please turn to the next page, page 8. On page 8, we are now going to be doing the letter B. Everyone, let's say B. B. Well done. Now the letter B has two types of letters. It has a big letter B and a small letter B. We are going to trace them by using the dots that we can see, starting from the dots, and then after that we're going to draw a line from the circle that has B and try and find the words that start with B. After that, you're going to circle the B in the sentence where we can see our dear friend, the bee. The sentence says, I see a big bee. So you have to circle all the B sounds there. And then when you are done with your tracing and your writing, you are going to color the picture that starts with the letter B. So let's take a look at the board and do a little bit of that together. We're going to trace and write. So we have our big letter B. We'll start from the top and we go down, up, round and round. It's very easy to remember. Let's try it together again, this time with your finger. Let's go. Down, up, round and round. Well done, everyone. Now I'd like you to please take your pencil and we're going to start together. Let's go. Down. Remember to take your time. Straight line, back up. Good. And then round. Stop at the dotted line and round. And now we have our capital letter B. Let's try again. Remember, both the head and the tummy must not be bigger than each other. They need to be the same size. So let's try again. Down, up, round, and round. Good job, everyone. Now you're going to do the rest by yourself for the big letter B. Now we're going to do the small letter. This one starts by saying down, up, and round. So it starts at the top line. Let's try it again with our finger. Down, up, and round. Good job. Now we're going to do it on our line. Let's go. Down, up, same line, and round. Very good, boys and girls. Well done. Make sure that it does not pass the line, the middle line. Because once it passes the middle line, we are no longer writing a small letter B. So let's try again. That was fun. Let's try again. Down, up, and round. Good job, everyone. So please take your time when you're writing these letters and make sure that you are saying them. That way you know that you're going in the correct direction. There are some animals that start with B. The first one we can see on the board is a bat. Not the bat that we use to hit balls. No, the bat that likes to eat and suck blood. No, they don't. But they live at night, which means that they are nocturnal. So if you see a bat and it's nighttime, they are busy flying around looking for food. Then we have a bear. Now the bear is a very big animal and it lives in the forest. It likes to eat berries and some sort of grass and fish as well. So the bear can also have a B, as you can see. Bear, B. Then we have a bee, the smallest animal that we have on the board. Now the bee is a very small animal, but it doesn't live alone. It is a type of insect that lives with many other bees. So these are the words that we have for B. And there are more words in your workbook. So please try hard to trace clearly and to color neatly. Make sure you do both exercises, and if you are done, double check. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had fun. I know I did. So, if you're not sure about something, you can always ask an adult to help you. But make sure that you finish all your exercises by yourself. So now that we are done with our work, we need to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and we rub inside, very good, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Good job. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sashi and I wanted to go and see what the train looks like. So I wonder if he's here. Oh, there he is. Are you ready to go on a train, Sashi? Wonderful. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today. And goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.